Okay, so we are excited to have one of our newer members, and underneath that newer member, so it's Atlas Registered Massage Therapy is the group that we're talking to today. But more specifically, we're talking to Dr. Petricone, and I'm thrilled to have you here, Doctor. Thanks for joining us. And you are one of the newest members of the team at Atlas. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. And I go to Atlas on occasion to get my massages, and I know that there's a new registered massage therapist. We also have Amanda, who's the owner, who is there, who does some massage out of that location in another location. We have an osteopath in that location, I think we were talking about, and then somebody who does nutrition and live blood analysis, which I just think is fascinating. And then now we have you, which is a chiropractor. So that is, a well-rounded team, which I hope everybody's excited about to see in the community. So I don't know, do you want to talk about your practice a little bit and what you're bringing to the team?
Sure. So I'm a chiropractor. So what chiropractors treat is obviously you have treating of the back, but we also do treatments for shoulders, elbow, wrist, knees, and ankle. So any injury we can treat, prescribing exercises, acupuncture is another thing that I do. And yeah, so it's not just, I think a lot of people, they just think it's a quick adjustment. There's other stuff to it as well.
Yeah, and that's the preventative stuff, right? So you hurt yourself, you get fixed, and then start on the preventative stuff. And I think you mentioned to me that you started with athletes. That's where you kind of started out? And so that's great news for all the athletes in our community. So I think, does that tie into like the exercises and stuff like that for the athletes to strengthen?
Yeah. So before I became before I became a chiropractor, I worked 8 years as a personal trainer. And then I started training Team Sri Lanka for rhythmic gymnastics. So when I was doing that, I was kind of graduating practice college. This was 4 years ago. And then I kind of did a lot of my personal training integrated into my practice. Because even when I was personal training, I wasn't certified with anything, but I found that I could get patients better just by doing exercises with them. So it's a huge component of the healing process. So I like to integrate it a little bit with patients. So I have an app that I give them, and it sends them videos of exercises they can do at home.
Amazing. That's so wonderful. Yeah. Where is it different exercises depending on, the ailment, or is it general strength exercises that you feel that everybody should have?
Well, it's dependent on the person, some and their level. Because some, you start them basic and then you have to progress. Some, you could tell they've already been working out. It's like, okay, you probably can handle the basic exercises. So let's see if we can do a little bit more advanced. And that's kind of based on what we find during the physical. Or if you've had an injury, you probably have to start with basics and work your way back up for someone who worked out quite a bit.
Oh, that totally makes sense. And you also said that you have dealt with concussions, which is a big hot topic now for almost all sports. And do you want to talk a little bit about the concussion piece?
Yeah. So with the concussions, when I was working with my athlete, I was doing a hockey team as well. So we did baseline concussions, and then I was a trainer for their team. So if anyone had an injury, we could kind of go off on their baselines. So baselines are important to do. And then so I've kind of been, like in the past, I've been a little bit busier, so I haven't really been with the sports teams. But with the general population, a lot of them, it's happened. And it's hard to get back to work. And if you do it too quickly, you can have pain that lasts longer than it needs to. So with concussions, you have to be very specific of your rehab program, because that's what's going to get you better. Might not be quick, but that will help prevent, long-term people, because you have people who've had a concussion and then 5 years later, like, oh, since my concussion, like I still get pain. Well, that shouldn't happen if you do the proper recovery for it. And it's not just like, it involves a nutrition plan, a sleep plan. Like, there's a lot of different components about it. It's not just rest. You have to get on an exercise plan after a concussion. You have to do a nutrition plan and a sleep plan. And you kind of have to do like a whole encompass way of recovering. And that's what they found works better with patients to get them better after a head injury.
Oh, that's wonderful. And yeah, that's something, like you said, you don't want to mess with, right? Because the ramifications down the road are significant. It can become a major problem. I know there's a couple other avenues that you do. Do you want to talk about those other, like the postpartum piece?
Yeah, so I'm trying to set up a group class for postpartum. So what that is, after you sprain your ankle, you have a recovery program that's like 4 weeks. But after you give birth, you kind of just are told to rest. And that doesn't really help you with your recovery, because you rest for 6 weeks and then what? And then, a lot of moms afterwards, they're having trouble with leakage, they have prolapse, they just have low back pain. And all these things are not normal, but it's grouped as normal because it happens so often. And I think this is a new trend that we're trying to start women after giving birth to kind of follow a program to actually get better instead of just resting until they can do things. It is a little bit more challenging. You have a newborn, but it's still important because we're finding if you do it right away, you can prevent some of these things. But then, you might not have any things that happen to you after your pregnancy. You might have had a good pregnancy. But then we're finding after you reach menopause, the hormones shift again. So then you can start having leakage after menopause and stuff like that. So postpartum recovery is more good to help you for right after and to kind of prevent things from happening as you age as well.
Yeah, wow. And I agree with you that, a program like that would be beneficial because you are kind of left. I've watched my friends, give birth and go through that process, and you are kind of left in the dark, right? Where it's like, good luck, here you go, and good luck with the baby, and good luck with your body, and good luck, right? So, that sounds like an awesome kind of support that, I think a lot of women will want to take up. And is there anything else that you want to talk about your practice or Atlas in general?
I guess the only other thing that I would add is I also do acupuncture. So there is kind of like different ways you can do acupuncture. There's your Chinese acupuncture and then your contemporary medical. So the one I do is contemporary medical. So what it is kind of like if you have a really tight muscle and it's just not releasing, we put acupuncture on it. We might add some electricity just to get the muscle kind of twitching it. And that's just another way that we can help with like shoulder pain, knee pain, and just kind of get that muscle feeling a little bit better.
Those problem areas that you've had for 10 years, I think I need to come see you because there's definitely spots on me that aren't releasing or haven't released in a long time. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Marnie, do you have a question at all?
I do. So how do we get a hold of Atlas Registered Massage Therapy if we wanted to make an appointment or find out more information?
Yeah, so we do have the website. If you just Google Atlas Massage Therapy, you'll find it there. There is on the website, we do have a phone number that you can contact. We also do online booking. So those are two ways, and there's an email there too. So if you have any further questions and you want to inquire a little bit, if you're unsure of what to expect or whatever, you can always email the clinic and inquire about things if you're unsure with anything.
Yeah, so they do have a really easy website to navigate, like Dr. Petricone said. There's an online booking. The address is atlasregisteredmassagetherapy.com. And the number that you spoke of is 705-952-2768. And we encourage anybody to pop in. Like we said, it's not just the chiropractic, right? There's other disciplines in there to help out and round out the team. like massage therapy, osteopath, a nutritionist who does that live blood sampling and analysis. And then of course you with all your tools in your tool belt. What an awesome addition to the team. So welcome to the community. Welcome to this new group. And yeah, we'll hope to see you around around the community. Anything else that you wanted to add before we go?
I think that's everything. Yeah.
Covered it all? Okay, wonderful. Well, thanks again for joining us today. Awesome to meet you. Always thrilled to have new younger people in the community. So congratulations and hopefully I'll see you soon.
All right.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Take care.